Jake reads a personal finance book. He sets up an automatic transfer to move 15% of every paycheck into savings the second it hits his account. Marcus reads the same book and ignores the advice. They both think they made the smarter choice. They're both partially right, but one of them is about to spend a year putting money into savings while quietly slipping into debt, and he won't realize it until the credit card statements catch up. Jake and Marcus both earn $60,000 a year. After taxes, that's about $3,900 a month in take-home pay. Same rent, same car payment, same lifestyle. The only difference is what they do the day they get paid. Jake follows the rule. The morning his paycheck hits, $585 automatically transfers to his savings account. He feels disciplined. He's paying himself first. Every finance influencer in America would high-five him. Marcus does something different. Before he automates anything, he looks at his expenses for 30 days. He drops his gym membership, cancels one streaming service, switches his phone plan, eats out 4 fewer times a month, and refinances his car. Total monthly savings, $260. Then he automates that exact amount to savings. He didn't pay himself first, he spent less first. On day 1, Jake is saving more than twice what Marcus is saving. The math seems obvious. Jake is winning. Here's what often goes uncovered. Jake's monthly fixed expenses, rent, car, insurance, utilities, food, debt minimums, total $3,400. After his auto transfer of $585, he's left with $3,315 to live on. He needs $3,400. He's $85 short every single month before the month even starts. What does Jake do? Same thing 70% of people who try this method do. He puts the shortfall on a credit card. In month 3, his car needs $400 in repairs, so he transfers it back out of savings. In month 5, holidays hit, more credit card. By month 8, his sister's wedding pulls $600 out of savings. By the end of year 1, Jake auto-transferred $7,020 into savings. He pulled $3,500 of it back out for emergencies. His net savings, $3,520. But his credit card balance grew to $2,800 at 22.83% APR. He paid roughly $320 in interest along the way. Real net wealth change for Jake in year 1, about $400. Marcus has no shortfall. His expenses dropped before his savings started, so the $260 a month is sustainable. No credit card debt, no emergency pullbacks. Real net wealth change in year 1, $3,120. Marcus saved less, but kept more. Now run this forward 10 years. Marcus invests his $260 a month at a historical 10% S&P 500 return. After 10 years, his account is worth roughly $53,000. Jake keeps cycling through the same pattern. He never pays off the revolving credit card debt because he's always running shortfalls. Over 10 years, he pays roughly $9,000 in pure credit card interest while his net savings barely move. After accounting for the debt he's still carrying, his real net wealth change after 10 years is negative. The gap between someone who pays themselves first without fixing their expenses and someone who fixes their expenses first is roughly $60,000 over a decade. And that's at one income level. This is why the personal savings rate in America is 4.4%. This is why 60 to 70% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. It's not because people aren't trying, it's because they're trying the wrong thing first. If only one side were shown, that would be misleading. Pay yourself first works for one specific group of people. If your fixed expenses are already well below your take-home pay, automating savings is the right move. If you have strong willpower and never raid the savings account, it works. If you genuinely have no expenses to cut, it's the only option you have. But for the average American, who has 60% of their paycheck committed to fixed costs and a credit card with a 22% APR sitting in their wallet, paying yourself first before fixing your spending creates a high-interest debt cycle that looks like discipline. The order matters. Cut first, then automate. Spending less doesn't feel as smart as saving more. There's no app for it. There's no notification when you don't sign up for the streaming service. But it's the only version of the math that actually works. The real lesson isn't pay yourself first. It isn't budgeting. The real lesson is that following financial advice without checking whether the math works inside your actual paycheck leaves a great deal of wealth on the table. Next time someone says to pay yourself first, ask them one question. With what money? Because the answer that includes your actual expenses is the only answer that matters.